What up, y'all, and welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway for the 12th race in the NRSL Digital Storm Cup Series season Memorial Day weekend, and the first race of several weeks with no Jerky Pro Truck Series action. That means longer Cup Series races, and we're getting ready for 150 laps of action under the lights this year on the asphalt. And it's Quentin Moore on pole for just the second time in his Digital Storm Cup Series career, with the Terminator, Charles Sanford, to his outside. Once again, joining me in the booth this weekend is Vince Freeze.
First off, I want to say God bless to all the troops who paid the ultimate sacrifice. That will never be forgotten. And second off, we are here at Bristol, the high banks. Interesting front row. I don't know, man. After judging after Martinsville, who knows, with no cautions, we could see a record number of incidents that we either could miss, or we could see a record number of incidents on pit road. A lot of things can happen at Bristol, or we can just see a clean race. But we'll see how it plays out tonight.
In row 2 is Alexander Rowe and Zach Flickinger. Row 3, Nate Rogers and Nico Tringali, both of which have won here in the Jerky Pro Truck Series, looking to get a cup win here tonight. Row 4, Andrew Rich and Jonathan Zorlin. Zorlin last week finally broke the tie and took the all-time wins record away from Rich. First driver to 16 wins in Cup Series history. Rich will look to bounce back and tie him back up here tonight with his first win of 2022. And in row 5 is Kev Shearer and Amanda Evans. Want to just cover row 6 real quick. Zachary Fitzwater Sr., this is the race he won last season. It's the last race he's won in his career, so it's been a full year now since Fitzwater has seen victory lane in the Digital Storm Cup Series. He's looking for that first win of 22 to break that streak here tonight. Going to go through the rest of the starting grid as Vince tells me who did not qualify the race. I believe he has that information.
Don't think I have that, buddy.
Oh.
I got the past winners though.
Oh boy, well just give us the past winners then. If people know they're not in the race, they look at the Discord.
Yeah, that's all good. I got Philip Goldberg on Toyota in 2017. 2019 we went on dirt, so we'll start. Levi McIntyre won the first dirt race in 2019, and then next year following that, James Shelley won the second dirt race in 2020. As you mentioned, Fitzy on the asphalt in 21, and Samet Oscar won the playoff race in a really dramatic fashion on dirt in late 2021. I don't have the go or go home, but you guys know where you're at. Let's get to it, buddy. I don't really have much to say. Bristol can be whack or it could be clean. We'll find out.
Other driver to mention that have won here before, Jonathan Zorlin and James Ellison on dirt and trucks.
Drivers, start your engines!
So Ellison got his win on dirt in 2020, Zorlin in 2018. That was actually the first race we ran on dirt here at the Last Great Coliseum. But as far as drivers who have won here on asphalt in the field is just Fitzwater for Cup and then Tringali for trucks. So they're the only asphalt winners here. Concrete, whatever the heck it's made out of. But Quentin Moore is going to lead him to the green flag as always. Caution flags are not a thing on the short tracks. 150 laps of crazy action. We are green at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Fly by here in only 15-second laps. It's gonna be quick.
Moore and Rowe clear out of Charles Sanford. Nate Rogers looking to take third. You can see maybe the top side with a bit of an advantage going into the corner, but not so much coming out of the corner. So bottom line, gonna be the way to go here tonight.
A calm start for Bristol standards. Alexander Rowe's looking to close the gap on Quentin Moore. Passing will be at a premium as the tires wear.
As Vince mentioned, 15-second lap times here tonight. So Tringali up to fourth, run on that bottom. Rich looking to take fifth from Charles Sanford, and then Sanford might have a gap to jump down to the inside line. That's another thing that's going to be tricky to do here tonight. You want to get to the bottom as fast as possible. So we're seeing some three-wide action in the back as Scott Roush is in the wall. He gathers it up. Right now, Miles, Hudson, and Dylan Young, three wide at the back of the field. As you see Seth Cole, Oskin, and others with some poor qualifying efforts. Oh, and Cologne almost got dumped by Peter Onjak, his teammate. Allison Rain with a bad qualifying night. Same with Cole Deaver. They are back here in the dumps.
Rogers on row. Let's see what happens. Ooh, just barely skated there.
There's a huge gap back from 5th to 6th, from Rich to Zach Flickinger as Kev Shearer underneath Sanford for 7th. And here comes Fitzwater into the top 10. Jessica Shelton looking to take 10th from Zorlin. Starting to see the field space out a bit. But up at the front, Quentin Moore starting to inch away from Rowe as Nate Rogers is looking to take 2nd place. Oh, and we've got some kind of incident up here. Everyone's going to the apron. Oh, and it involves Seth Cole, Stephen Cologne, Jesse Turner, Ace Rogers, Owen Miles, Cole Deaver. Onjak's going down to the pit lane. That appears to be the extent of the damage for now, but that'll bunch up the top 5 behind the damaged cars. As always, all incidents will be reviewed after the race is over. And Cologne, the first retiree, he will finish 42nd. Well, that let that gap from 5th to 6th shrink just a bit. And now we're getting racy here at the front of the field. Look at Rowe sliding all over the place through the middle of 3 and 4.
Dale happy right there. Seth Cole will have a nice outside run. With Battle with Quinn, we almost hit the wall.
When we came here last season, William Brock led the first 20 laps or so and got past for the lead, and then I believe a wreck took him out of the front running, and then later he got involved in another accident that took him out of the race. So hopefully that does not happen to Quentin Moore, but you are not safe as the race leader here on the short tracks, and that can be especially true at a track like Bristol Motor Speedway. So you see Nate Rogers and Tringali by Alexander Rowe, and now Andrew Rich will follow. Sanford has gotten down in line in 9th, and Zorlin has held off Jessica Shelton for 10th. See Amanda Evans, 12th, Kukulon, 13th. Vince Freeze, Laura Chung, top 15 right now, having good nights. There's James Ellison. There's William Brock, who we were just talking about. Henry Sanford, Samet Oskin. Oskin looking to get into the top 20. Dylan Young, who won a few races ago at Richmond, not having a good night. Allison Rain has cracked the top 30. Looks like Trey Smith has back end damage, likely involved in that accident. That is it for now. Seth Cole lapped down through to 4th place as Onjak and Miles also retired from that incident. So Onjak's consistent good runs end tonight with an accident at Bristol. As you see Zach Flickinger to the inside of Rowe. This is for 5th. Behind them, Fitzwater to the inside of Shearer. That is for 7th. And Shelton to the inside of teammate Sanford. She got by Zorlin after all. Now Amanda Evans is looking to get by the 5. So battling going on everywhere inside the top 10 right now.
Yeah, top 10 is starting to stack up a little bit. Fitzwater seems to have a clear breakaway from that back. Let's see if we can start charging the leaders here. I still say Quinn and Moore with Clean Air is the best car. He's starting to get into some dirty air there with the lap traffic right now.
Yeah, you can see Moore is being slowly caught by Nate Rogers. He's starting to inch his way up there. Fastest lap of the race belongs to Tringali, who is in 3rd. Rich is right there in 2nd. Allison Rain with a quick time back in the pack. Nate Rogers 5th on the board. Got some damage cars up there on the chart like Turner and Deaver. Pit window here, Vince, I believe, should be around the halfway mark, if not earlier. Could be a 2-stop race, but I'm thinking it should be a 1-stop race.
The road gets congested here, like the allergies in the springtime. We'll find out what happens moving forward. But you're right, man. The 9 seems to be quicker, and that dirty air on the front nose of Quinn is plowing tight. Let's see, we haven't done onboard all season, but let's just look through this spectator, kind of the spectator cam right here. Goes a little high, but it's pretty good. Now we'll see what he can do on these laps.
Well, I'll take that risk right now. We are on lap 24. Let's take an onboard.
Here Here he goes. There's Nate Rogers in the 42. He's going to go a little bit lower, get some clean air. Going to use that lap first, get a slight draft until then dive in the corner. He's going to get right next to the point a little bit. A little dive right there, actually. And he'll drive underneath 36. Should be in the 42.
Now on board with Tringali as he's to the inside of Nate Rogers, who got checked up by Trey Smith. As Quinton Moore gets by him, that'll put Smith a lap down. And Tringali will take second. Look at Andrew Rich in the 7s. Mir looking to take third. Meanwhile, Rowe held off Flickinger for 5th. See Fitzwater in 7th. Shelton made it up to 8th, getting by Kev Shearer. Sorlin still holding on to 11th place. Oskin has cracked the top 20 now. Dylan Young is looking to do so by getting by William Brock. But as the tires wear, you see about a second of fall off in the pack. Outside line is starting to be a good defensive line here as the tires wear out. And Nate lost a ton of time, but now it is Tringali all over the back bumper of Quinton Moore. Tringali winning here in the Truck Series just 1 year ago. Looking to turn that into a Cup Series victory. We really thought Tringali had the car to beat. I believe it was back at Texas.
Yep.
And strategy was king, and Kev Shearer took the checkered flag instead.
Also, Atlanta, I'm pretty sure he had a good run, too.
Atlanta, Auto Club.
Yep.
A few different places, but Tringali has been up at the front a lot more this year in the top 5 than he was a season ago. Let's take a look at the point standings real quick. Coming into this race, 69-point lead for Zorlin. Tringali, 89 back in 3rd. Sanford, 95 back in 4th. And Rowe, 113 back in 5th. So Zorlin the man to beat, but Tringali so far this season, 4 top 5s and 7 top 10s, sitting 3rd in the point standings. So quite the year for Tringali. He made the playoffs last year, Vince, if memory serves me correctly. But he was around 11th to 9th in the point standings most of the year, so definitely an improvement for him this year as he's looking to take the race lead from Moore as Rich and Nate Rogers catch up. We only had the one accident, and we've been clean since. But battle for the race lead is going to start heating up, Vince. And while I think Quinton Moore has a fast race car, I think that little bit of experience difference, it's just a one-season difference between him and Tringali and Nate Rogers. Rich, of course, missed a year, but, you know, it's Andrew Rich we're talking about here. He doesn't really need that extra season. But, you know, the experience and the talent, the skill level, I guess you could say, is just a little bit better in the 3 drivers behind Quinton Moore.
Now we're going to get in the true test of this lap traffic here. Quinton Moore is definitely better on the exit at 3 and 4. Tringali gets a little tight and washes up. And he's in the wrong line right here.
Tringali's going to go to the outside line. Don't look now, but there's 2 Bulldog Motorsports cars in front here. This could help Andrew Rich get to the race lead. Hudson might hold up Tringali here. Now let's watch Alexander Rowe in 4th. He is really closing the gap now, as even Quinton Moore can't make the inside line work to get by Colt Hudson. That has given Tringali the lead at the start-finish line. Go ahead, Vince.
We're starting a log jam here. I wouldn't count on someone like Flickinger or even Fitzy, who won last year, to start coming up.
Well, there's Rowe. Rowe has caught these guys already as Hudson is going to clear Quinton Moore. That's going to open up the top side for Tringali. Well, Hudson holds off the 89. Now you see Zach Flickinger. He's entered the picture. Fitzwater, I think, is under fire from Jessica Shelton, as Sorlin has reemerged in the top 10, and Kev Shearer has fallen out. As Tringali takes the lead from the top side, now Andrew Rich will go to the top.
Quinton Moore lost the handling in dirty air. His front tires are cooking right now. Andrew Rich, I think, has the second best car if he gets around. Well, you know, it's funny, man. These guys haven't won yet, the top 2 now. We expected them to win already. This Rowe with a sender there.
So Nate Rogers was trying to follow through on the top behind Rich, but he got passed by Rowe, and now Rowe goes to the top. Yeah, and Quentin Moore, his tires, Vince, I think you're right, they are cooked. As now you see Rowe get by on the top. Nate Rogers, I think, is going to get by here on the top, and the top two have pulled away. And it's crazy to think that Quentin Moore, on the inside of another car that is at the front of the field, is unable to pass the 93 of Colt Hudson.
Yeah, I just think he's just stuck in that dirty air for so long. Tringale's looking to go a little higher now. What's his Andrew Rich do? He'll start to get that sniff a little bit of that blood in the water. Let's see what he does, though.
As we focus on the battle for the race lead, Ellison up to 15th place. Dylan Young 18th. Oskin in 19th. As Allison Rain's still struggling, she is 25th. But I mentioned it, Vince, the teammates, to Rich, they're right in front of him here. We're only a third of the way through the race, but there's a good time to get the lead now. It's for help from your teammates. As you see, Tringale's going to go high. As the 93 and the 63 single file it out, can Rich pass Nico Tringale for the race lead? As the 9 and the 14 battle it out for third once again.
Tringale just gets that acceleration on exit. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 will get back down, though. Good move.
Quentin Moore was passed by Zach Flickinger for 5th place. So we'll see how much the 89 fades. Charles Sanford has passed Shelton for 8th. Let's take a quick peek back here. See Seth Cole and Trey Smith. Fitzwater has not gotten by them. See Sanford, Sorlin still fighting it out. Kugelon and Amanda Evans, they are racing for 12th. And then there's a decent gap back to Vince Freeze in 14th. Tringale getting maybe a bit of a push down the straightaways from his teammate there in the 9. But Andrew Rich, is he going to get him here on the outside line? He's about clear. And Nate Rogers gets in the wall. Zach Flickinger in the wall. Rowe in the wall. Quentin Moore in the wall. And that's because the 23 and the 7 had their hands out the window. Pit stops. It's a two-stopper. It is a two-stopper after all. Fitzwater's going to pit here. Looking at a lot of undercutters. But that gave a lot of the front runners damage there. Nate Rogers has damage to fix. Rowe has damage to fix. Flickinger has damage to fix. Now remember, we don't do cautions, so there's no concern about a yellow coming out. Flickinger and Rowe will pit here. Did anybody else stay out? Sorlin did.
Sorlin, yep.
RJ Bishop.
Or Chung, maybe?
Keith Rich, Ferranti. Kev Shearer is coming out. This is where things can get sketchy. People coming in, people coming out. There goes Quentin Moore. Quentin Moore actually beat out Andrew Rich. We're just going to ride on the 12 here. I believe Quentin Moore is the leader again.
That's crazy.
Or he lost a lot of positions.
Allison's right there. I want to see where he merges back. It's hard to tell at Bristol. You never know.
And Moore is indeed the race leader. Second place is Andrew Rich, 2.3 seconds back. Tringale third, Fitzy fourth, Shelton fifth, Shearer sixth, Sanford, Amanda Evans, Vince Freeze, Nate Rogers, the top 10. After a lot of those top 5 guys, they bounced into the wall because the 9 slid up the track off of 4 and checked them all up and bounced them 1, 2, 3 into the outside wall. So you see the 9 suffer. The 96 suffers down to 13th. And I believe somebody else hit the wall, but no, that's it. It was the 23 to 7. Oh, where's the 14 of Rowe?
He's a lot down.
Oh, Alexander really fell. Where'd he go? 24th. Wow. Yeah, he lost a ton of positions. But that is the running order. So it's a two-stopper after all, Vince. I'm not sure if that's the tire making that a strategy or what the case is there, but out of those drivers who were limping around with damage, none of them retired, so they fixed their damage up, and they are good to go.
Ben Moore's just got to play it cool here. He's got a bunch of guys on the tail end of the lead lap, or in Ellison's case, looking to get back on the lead lap. Got a nice little buffer.
Seeing Rain in 31st, so her pit stop sequence went bad. Oskin 28th, D. Young 26th. Bradley Ream jumped up to 23rd. Deaver actually made a huge net gain. He moved all the way back up to 22nd. Keith Rich jumped into the top 20. He's right there in front of Moore, tail end of the lead lap. Vince Freeze already back down to 12th. Kukulon has jumped into the top 10. Yeah, it's going to be interesting here, Vince, because Moore and Andrew, they came out on the same lap. Might take the 89 burning up his stuff again here.
The problem is, I think Quinn Moore, I don't know if this is true or not, has that #1 pit stall. And that definitely plays pivotal.
I think so.
Pit road.
He doesn't have that first pit stall. The pole sitter pit stall is the first stall on the back straightaway.
Right.
Which helps you gain some time because you're coming out and taking a left right away, so you're not getting all the way to the right lane of the pit lane off the bat, so you're gaining some time there. And then second place has, I believe, the first stall on the front straightaway. I believe I am correct on that. But fastest lap belongs to Dylan Young, now a 15.090. So you see Quentin Moore on the chart is 18th. Andrew Rich is 5th, and Tringali is 3rd.
Track position is everything at Bristol. Fast laps don't mean nothing if you're in dirty areas. You see, look at Rich. He's just stuck there. He's chilling, though. He's cooling those tires. There's Fitzy looking for 3rd. He's definitely trying to make a challenge.
Tringali and Fitzwater are actually closing the gap a bit. That might be due to a gap-to-lap traffic. You see, Rich has nobody in front of him, and he is fading like very slowly. But Tringali and Fitzwater, they're closing the distance. Fitzwater might have a chance to go for 3rd here in a moment. But the big thing to look at for all these drivers is that Zorlin is outside the top 10. So you got a great chance to gain points in the championship. You know, it's only the 12th race of the season, but it counts, man. Every race is going to count here. Mentioned Tringali coming in 89 points out. Sorry to cut you off there, Vince. Nate Fitzwater coming in 147 back in 9th. Rich 10th, 154 back. You know, this is still a great chance for them to gain points. So go ahead with what you were going to say there, my man.
After Homestead, man, after really the Pensacola All-Star race, we go Pensacola Milano. I mean, those are two tracks that you would expect to get some wild winners. The doubleheader, Road 1, AD. I mean, that stretch right there could determine a championship.
Yeah,
you don't really have.
Let's not forget about Pukekohe. The doubleheader, you mentioned it, the inversion and all that stuff, and we know how wild the races are there. They're short. They're only 23 laps, but they are wild, to say the least. And, yeah, you mentioned it. You got Road 1, AD, and, yeah, it's just after that it starts to normal out a little bit with Kansas and Memphis, but you got, like, Bristol Dirt and other stuff going on, and it starts getting a little crazy again.
That summer stretch will definitely determine a championship. Is now Andrew Rich is starting to close. I think Quinn Moore's starting to burn it up again.
Quentin Moore has Priya McShane in front of him. I don't know if McShane was 2 down or not, but I'm honestly surprised, though, that we've only had the one incident. Oh, and right as I say that, the race leader's about to dump a lap car.
Hey, Fitzwater talking.
Now, Vince, look at this, too. It's not just Andrew Rich closing the gap. It is Tringali and Fitzwater as well. Shelton on back, though. They are not closing the distance. Shelton just took 5th from Kev Shearer. Sanford is 7th. Amanda Evans still in 8th. Nate Rogers back up to 9th. But, man, that door damage they elected to fix has really cost them a shot at this thing.
Andrew Rich is now falling back to the clutches in Tringali and Fitzy.
Yeah, he closed about a second there, but now he is stuck behind Ellison. As Tringali working his way by Cole Deaver, as you see Dylan Young, who is a lap down in 23rd. We know he's got a fast car. So he might be a lap down, but he is up to speed, so he's going to play a hand in this. He also got Alexander Rowe, who's a lap down. So there's some fast cars up here. It's going to be really tough to get to Quinton Moore. You see, Rich has closed it down to 7/10, but there are 5 cars in between him and Quinton Moore. And that next round of pit stops is about 20 laps away.
About halfway through the fuel run here, or a little bit more than half. I don't know, man. The fuel window we started, well, lap 50 to 56. You got a long window, 100 to 112 last.
I think it was more like 52 to 55.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're right. 52. So you got a 6-lap window.
Look at that. That lead went from 7/10 right back to 1.6. And that was Andrew Rich passing James Ellison. Created the gap here to McIntyre. So he got by 1 car. You see Tringali and Fitzy. They're trying to get by Laura Chung. Chung, a good friend of Fitzwater's. But Chung running her own race. She is currently 22nd, having a pretty good night. See Rich get by Ellison, but 15.9s. Moore is driving away with a bumper full of Alex Ferranti. Allison Rain has gone nowhere still. She is still 31st. Baranowskis has had a quiet night. She's 28th. Remember, Jerky Pro was off for the next 5 or 6 weeks, something like that. They're off until Pensacola in July. That's all I can say on that. McShane making a move on Vargas. That is for 33rd in front of the leader. As now Ferranti's looking to get one of those 2 laps back. Oskin is still suffering down in 27th. As Sorlin still sits in 11th place, man. Nate Rogers up to 8th now. Kev Shearer back up to 5th. As Fitzwater has faded back down to 4 seconds behind.
It's starting to lose a little bit of those front tires. You see Rich starting to close slightly back in. This is where he seems to fade off, around that 40 to 45. Now, more like 35 to 40, he starts to fade off. It's just, will it be enough time for Andrew Rich to get in the right traffic zone?
And you got Henry Sanford, Logan York, and Levi McIntyre. The 95, all 3 of these cars are only 1 lap down, so I'm not sure what their tires are like compared to the 89, but you see Ferranti about has them cleared as Rich is looking to the inside of McIntyre. Tringali is right there behind Deaver, but yeah, Fitzwater, man, he fell off the map here. And there's no one passing him. He just fell off compared to the people in front of him. There's Kev, Shelton, Charles Sanford. There's Allison Rain, who's a lap down. See Nate Rogers with a good rebound. No door damage this time. We'll see if he can he might be able to get back up to top 5 if things go his way. And then you got Amanda Evans, Kukulon, and Zorlin, who's the first man out of the top 10. And Zorlin, man, Zorlin has been whittling away at Allison Rain's records for top 5s and top 10s. Coming into the year, it was a much bigger gap. Right now, coming into this race, the top 5 mark is 51 to 40, Rain to Zorlin, with Seth Cole at 38 and Fitzy at 35. And then when you look at top 10s, Rain's at 77, Zorlin's 71. That's the one that's closer in striking distance. Oskin at 65, Sanford at 60, Fitzy 59. Tringali and Seth Cole 58. Rich and D Young came in at 57, with Rowe and Nate Rogers coming in at 56. So the top 10 races, a pretty close race. Top 5 race, not so much. But I think... Oh, go ahead. I cut you off twice already.
It's all good, man. I just saying, Quinn just been staying next to Ferrani, similar to bodyguard style. Just stay there. Don't really kill the tires. Let Andrew Rich fight through the pack. That's really it.
And there's a big gap to them now because of the side-by-side action to the lappers who were running in front of Quinton. He was never really had a chance at passing them. And remember, Moore did pit like first. Him and Rich were like the first two people down pit road. The pit stall is what gave Moore the lead. And maybe some pit road traffic too. That's another thing to consider. Tringali is, oh wow, look at Fitzwater. Fitzwater all of a sudden closed right up in on this pack. Put the margin right down to a 1.5 seconds. Now to the inside of Tringali, he'll go looking for third. Man, Quinton, I think Quinton has played the strategy perfect here tonight, but I really feel like the fastest car, the race-winning car, it's one of the three people behind him. But Quinton has just played the traffic game and the pit strategy game perfectly tonight. And we're looking at that second window opening up here in about 5 laps.
Finding a gap is key. Now, he is on the outside. He's going to have to put out a hand signal. Otherwise, we could have some problems with contact if he stays up here.
50 laps to go. That time by at the start-finish line. I think the sooner you pit, the better off you're going to be. But let's not forget, Vince, that the strategy window is Sanford almost hit the 48 there. The window is probably going to spread open a little bit, and what that could mean is there could be more people ducking to the pit lane when you're coming out, and we have seen contact from people going on and off pit road before. Not tonight, but we've seen it in Jerky Pro, I believe, just 1 year ago. That is going to be something to watch out for.
We just can't seem to clear for Ron.
Oh, and Henry Sanford got dumped. Rich misses it. Oh, here we go. Rose piling in. Yepes. Charles Sanford will get a piece. And we got the self spinners. Adam Flickinger. And we're good to go. Quinton Moore will pit this time by. Andrew Rich will come in right behind him. This is what we want to watch. Yep, you see there's Quinton Moore's pit stall there. First stall on the back straightaway. Rich still has to go all the way around to the front. See, does he hit any traffic? Seeing no traffic so far for the 23. Oh, his stall is not the first stall on the front. That's right, he did not qualify second. That was Rowe who did that.
Rowe's beat up.
Actually, Charles Sanford, I meant. Charles Sanford started second. My mistake again. So there's Rich. There goes the 89. You see, Rich had to check up a bit for somebody there on his stall, so he's going to lose even more time this round.
There's Tringali and Fitzy.
Tringali and Fitzy will get by Andrew Rich.
If all is well, Zach, EGM 1-2? Teammates for the win? That'd be something.
And I think the 59 and the 7 pit first this time around. 89 stayed out. Seeing Henry Sanford retire from that accident there in turn 1. So we got 2 incidents to review. And 2.2 second lead for Quinton Moore. Kev Shearer has cracked the top 5. He is ahead of Andrew Rich now. This is Z Zorlin into the top 5. Nate Rogers down the running order again as we've got another accident, and it's Tringali.
Oh, no. Oh, we still got more wrecking.
Bishop's around. Bishop. Oh, there goes Dylan Young. Zach Flickinger. Fitzwater's in it.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a logjam. Rich is trying to slow down. He doesn't want to get a repeat of Martinsville here. That moved Kev Shearer up to second, I think.
That's it for Fitzy. He's done.
That's terrible luck, man, for Fitzwater. But something started with the 7. Where's the 89?
He's 9 seconds clear, man. He's gone.
He is gone, man.
There's no way Fitzy can continue, man. There's no way.
Colt Hudson retires. Adam Flickinger retires. Tringali's done. 59 has not hit pit road. D. Young just hit the pits. Seth Cole hit the pits. See D. Young done for the day. Seth Cole done for the day. That leaves us with 12 people on the lead lap. That bumped Vince Freeze and Amanda Evans back into the top 10. And it bumped Sebastian Kugelon up to 5th.
Mister, where did he come from?
Jessica Shelton is in 2nd. In the 59 pit, and he is done indeed, Vince. Tough break, man. Him and Tringali, man, they were about to gain so many points on Zorlin, even if they didn't win this race. But that's Bristol for you, man.
I think Kev Shear's starting to really hold the pack up, too, or someone's holding the pack up.
They are. Keith Rich just about dumped Amanda Evans right in front of Quinton Moore.
Oh, he's got damage. Kev's got damage.
Yeah, Kev's got front nose damage, but he's sitting in 5th. Kukulon is up to 4th. See RJ Bishop with damage. How about Bradley Ream running 17th right now? Scott Roush has not pit yet for his front end damage. Andrew Rich made it through there. He is in 3rd, right behind Jessica Shelton. If something happens to Quinton Moore, our race leader, they are the first 2 to pounce. Look at this gap here. To Turner into turn 3. Trey Smith out of 2. Man, what a gap.
Where's Quinn? There he is.
Quinton's at the back of this pack. This huge, huge condensed mess. Whatever you do, Quinton, just don't put yourself in a bad situation. Vince Freeze falling out of the top 10
3
now.
wide.
Keith Rich is up to 10th. Yeah, 3 wide for Quinton Moore. Oh, don't do it, Laura. This ain't over. Quinton's in the Hornets nest here. If I was him, I would drop to the back of Ferrante. You would not risk anything. Moore's looking at what would be his 3rd career win and his 1st since 2020 when he won at Pig Stadium. Now, a cool trend on Quinton's career, if he gets this win, his first season was 2018. He won at Martinsville. 2020, he got his 2nd win at Pig Stadium, as mentioned. If he wins here tonight, that would mean even year only for Quinton Moore. Oh, this is not looking good, though. It's a mess up here. Alexander Rowe's in the way now. He's got no hood.
Uh-oh.
And Shelton and Rich, they're starting to close the gap. You see this gap here? Alexander Rowe is holding up the top, and Amanda Evans can't go by on the bottom. And Shelton and Andrew, they are catching fast. I don't know if they have time. They are flying right now, though, compared to the 89, who's running the outside line with Chung to his inside.
Whitmore's just going to use the old bodyguard strategy. Get as many bodyguards, and I'll take care of myself on the outside.
Rowe actually just held off the 65. And Keith Rich is looking to drive by for 9th. It's down to 8 seconds, make it 7.69 seconds. Now, if Shelton and Rich start racing for 2nd place, that would be music to Quinton Moore's ears. Looking at 25 to go this time by. Gap is not closing as much now as Moore has dropped to the inside and running in front of Chung.
Brock on the lead lap? I think he's in the tail end.
Brock is last car lead lap in 11th. Samet Oskin, what a rebound. 14th place. Baranowskis up to 15th. Allison Rain is into the top 20. She is 19th. Man, can't believe it for Fitzwater and Tringali, man. They have just had no luck.
Especially Fitzy, man. Just every week it seems like you get a problem. Pocono is one of the worst ones we've seen. Had a great car.
Tire went down and just could not rebound.
Yep.
Oh, we got another wreck up here.
Oh, no.
Oh, and Quinton Moore's going to hit McIntyre.
That's what Andrew Rich needed. Oh, no.
There's Shelton. There's Andrew Rich. There's Quinton Moore. Put Jessica Shelton to the race lead. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe that just happened. And Quinton's pitting. Unbelievable. Dude led almost the entire race. Had another accident to look at. I believe that's like lap 128, 129.
We're not done yet, man. I don't think we're done yet.
Could Jessica Shelton win this race? She's only ever won the Daytona 500 back in 2020.
Andrew Rich has got to be saying, but Kukulon could win this race.
Let's remember Memphis, the site of Kukulon's second career win. Kukulon's got 2 career wins, and they've only come on short tracks. McIntyre retired, Rowe retired, but Andrew Rich, he's looking to play spoiler to an upset here. But can you blame him? He hasn't won yet this year.
Oh, he's getting feisty now on that back bumper.
That put 13 cars back on the lead lap, and that put Vince Freeze back in the top 10 again. Priya McShane right in front of Shelton. Quentin Moore finished fixing damage. He is back out on track, but he is 4 laps down. Tough scenes for Quentin, man. That's awful. But that's the nature of these short track races. Shelton slides up. That opens the door for Rich at 15 to go.
I don't know about that yet, Zach. I think Shelton will get a run, but I think Andrew Rich should clear in 3 and 4.
There are 2 lap cars. It's the Ganassi cars of Baranowskis and Vargas that are in between the top 2 and 3rd place Sebastian Kukulon, as Sorlin is up to 4th.
He's flying. Kukulon's underneath Vargas. This ain't over yet. Can Sebastian Kukulon versus Andrew Rich? We've seen Memphis flashbacks before.
That's all, yeah, that was all the way back in 2020, but Rich clears Shelton. I don't know if she's got anything left. The tires are cooked now for these drivers. Kukulon struggling to get by. He's got Yepes who has no back end right behind him. Sorlin, though, man, we thought he wasn't even going to get a top 10 tonight. Now he's up in the top 5 after all this chaos. Rich to the inside of McShane. She's going to try and jump right back in line. Ellison in 13th, Oskin in 12th. They are 3 seconds to Brock, 5 seconds to Keith Rich. Rich now has McShane as a blocker between him and Shelton.
Sorlin gets 3rd, man. He's closing fast on Kukulon. He's there.
Rich goes to the top side. Shelton on the inside of McShane, trying to find the way by. You see Kukulon with a run on Vargas. Baranowskis almost gets into Shelton. 8 laps to go this time by.
Andrew's playing a little bit risky here. He's got to get clear of Ellison. That will definitely, not seal it, but definitely he's got to drive off.
Look at that run. He got a huge drive off there on 2. It puts Ellison a lap down. Oh, and he's gone, man. He is checking out. He is bumping Cement Oskin into the corner.
Cement will like that one.
Shelton still stuck to the inside of McShane. Kukulon's got 2 Ganassi cars side by side in front of him. He's going to go to the outside of Vargas. Sorlin has been unable to pass Yepes as we've got another accident. And it's rain. Rich gets through. Everybody gets through.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Oh, McShane gets in the... Oh, and Shelton's in it. Kukulon's in it.
Sorlin's good.
Kukulon pits. Sorlin will take 2nd in that mess.
What a run by Andrew Rich, though. He's going to escape it with 9 live. Vince Freeze and Andrew Rich have been the 9 live masters.
Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a... Oh, man, it's just a mess in turn 3.
On the apron, on the apron, on the apron, on the apron.
Back on the track. 3 to go. The track is basically empty now. Everyone's been killed. It's like North Wilkesboro all over again.
Oh, the flashbacks.
2 to go for Andrew Rich. In a chaotic race, Zorlin almost 4 seconds behind. Kev Shearer is 3rd. Charles Sanford is 4th. Amanda Evans is 5th. White flag is out. Vince Freeze is 6th. A lap down, 7th to 10th. Ellison Oskin, Cole Deaver, who was in the first accident of the night, and then Bradley Ream. But off of turn 4, for the first time in 2022, it's Andrew Rich. And he'll retie Zorlin for most wins all time at 16 apiece.
Yeah, he struck it rich tonight, man. That was definitely a heck of a race and great avoidance.
Keith Rich retired at the end there. Kugelon, man, almost had a top 5. Turner, Rain. And that's how they'll finish officially. Well, we've got a lot of stuff to look at, so let's get to it. Taking a look at the first one, this was back on lap 8 between Trey Smith and Ace Rogers. The energy drink cars getting at it under the lights, and Ace just hooks Trey hard into the inside wall, and then Ace gets sent around with him. Seth Cole had nowhere to go. Same for Colt Hudson. See Stephen Colon get a piece of it. Owen Miles, Adam Flickinger, Cole Deaver. Oh, there's Turner getting into it. Roush actually hit the brakes. Deaver hit the brakes too, and actually he gets through this with no damage. So, wow, Deaver had to hit the brakes for this accident, and that's why he was able to rebound how he did. Let's see. We haven't been doing
Peter
onboards lately. I think Peter just... Did Peter have another issue?
He just brought it down pit road, looks like, and that's it.
Huh, I didn't see him get any damage out of this. Yeah, there was no contact. That's very bizarre.
Right here, maybe?
Oh, yep, nope, there it is. Yep, I think he got him. He might have damaged the left front tire rod or something. Might have broken something that we can't see there. I mean, the car exterior, it looks fine, but he must have damaged something there. We haven't done onboards in a minute. Let's do one with Seth Cole. On board with the 07 of Seth Cole, and he went by into the wall.
Bye.
Next one up, this was on lap 102, and Hendry just came down on Logan York and dumped himself here, and Levi McIntyre had nowhere to go. And you see York spinning it. Look at Andrew Rich, man. What a move right there.
There's Rowe.
Chung bodied Alexander Rowe into Logan York. And then Yepes is gonna... Yeah, Yepes gets in here, and that's the kill shot. Trey Smith gets a piece. Charles Sanford gets a super small piece. And Adam Flickinger went around here, and I don't think... I think that was it. Yeah, that was it for this one. So this was what happened to Nico Tringali. Seth Cole was coming out of pit road, and Fitzwater hooked Dylan Young down the track a bit. They were going to keep it straight, but then Fitzy gets into Seth Cole, and Tringali goes around right in front of Kev Shearer, and Kev is going to get into him here. Then Tringali is in the outside wall, and Colt Hudson flips this man over at Bristol once, twice down the banking, and Adam Flickinger had nowhere to go. So, man, we got the Vince Freeze flip counter here at Bristol.
It's Bristol, baby.
And then Ferrati gets a piece. That sends him up in the Bradley Ream.
RJ Bishop's going to miss it. Here comes Zorlin.
Zorlin. Bishop actually gets turned off a row.
He avoided it twice. Bishop just got spun.
Bishop bounced down the track, and he kept it straight, and then everyone was flying up here.
Here's Q.
Oh, and that's where Bishop got hit again by Ferranti, and Roush hits the brakes.
And now here comes, I think, Fitzwater.
Oh, yeah, right here. Roush and the D. Young and the Roush, and Zach Flickinger and Fitzwater had nowhere to go. And he fits these on the brakes, too, man, and he just had no chance. Ace Rogers, I think, gets a piece. Yep.
Ellison stops it. Kev's got
McShane.
damage.
Look at Oskin going down there.
Rich.
Under De
Shelton on
Jong.
the outside.
That's what gave Shelton the position over Rich to begin with. All right, we've got 2 onboards here, the 2 and the 59. On board with Dylan Young. No shot. No shot he was going to miss that wreck. Oh, he's still getting hit. On board with Fitzwater. Ugh. Tough break for Fitzy, man. This is how this one unfolds here on lap 131 or whatever it was. Nate Rogers is going to hook Allison Rain down the track. And when Nate swings it back to the right, McIntyre is there. And, man, Nate's rear tires come off the ground here.
Drives away.
And he gets pushed through by Charles Sanford, but Alexander Rowe, man, what a lick. Keith Rich somehow slows down the Mistus, but Quentin Moore is not so fortunate. Allison Rain gonna sideswipe McIntyre. And then I believe that was the extent of this accident. I believe this was our final accident replay. Allison Rain's going to get hooked again, this time by William Brock.
Hard lick.
Hard lick into the inside wall and just carrying all the momentum's going to slide down the straightaway into the turn.
And now it looks like everyone's just trying to...
And then Ellison, everyone misses her here. But something happened to Jess right after this.
Yeah,
right.
And Audra.
Oh yeah, Audra and McShane, and it's 3 female drivers getting together on track. Kukulon got walled there, and he brought it right to the pits. It must have really got killed by hitting the outside wall.
He's rolling scoots by. There's Cole.
Look at Deaver, man. Remember, he hit the brakes for the first wreck, and he made it through this one to get into the top 10 by the end of the race. See Ace Rogers in the outside wall. Let's see, I don't know if anyone else spun out from this.
Bradley Reed got slightly front, but he's good. Oh, there it is. Priya was, yeah, that was it.
Oh, right there. Priya and Nate Rogers got together and went around. You could kind of see them swerving back and forth there. Oh, and this is where Turner has nowhere to go. Chung gets involved. Keith Rich piles in. Yeah, this was the pileup we saw. Ferranti, William Brock.
Quinn avoids it.
Quentin misses this. You can see the apron is just blocked. Here comes Oskin.
22.
Look at Trey Smith with a late move up the track's going to get into McShane there. Didn't work out for Trey there. Everyone starts moving again. McShane's going to clip Nate one more time.
I think Nate gets one last hit here. No, that's right. Bradley Reed just missed.
And I think that was it. So, with that said and done, Andrew Rich was your winner here tonight. We will see you guys next week at The Rock in North Carolina, as we get back to having calm, strategy-honed races. Not to say there wasn't strategy tonight, but caution flags will be back next week. So we will see you guys in North Carolina.
Sign off.